It's al-Orq time! Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Crusader Kings III, Roads to Power. My name is al-Orq. As always, I shall be your host today, and I hope you enjoy the show. So, as the curtain opens on this episode, unfortunately, the curtain did close on our youngest daughter, Miriam, at the very, very end of the episode last time, as, just as we were finishing up a job, really pretty much right next to our camp, a minor plague spawned known as the Tajik boils, really just another name for measles. And sadly, well, most of our camp followers are sick with it. Anyone who has this eye icon here has the measles or is otherwise ill. And so not everybody got sick, although that doesn't mean everyone will stay healthy forever. Fortunately, our daughter Noor did get sick and then was like immediately cured. So Binar is absolutely putting in work. She's working in overtime, especially considering that she too is also sick with the same disease here. So there is a good chance, guys, that a lot of our company die here towards the beginning as the disease spreads and potentially gets worse. At the same time, a grand tournament happened to spawn kind of close to us, and having looked at it, it does appear that we should be able to make it on time. And it actually kind of works out for the better, because I do need to get away from this plague as soon as possible, and while it's not super far away, this province is surrounded by mountains, and hopefully that puts us east enough that it wouldn't cause any problems. Hopefully this thing dissipates by the time we're done. But I really do want to do this tournament because we've not done one yet, and it's something that I've been waiting for this entire series so far. Speaking of things that I've been waiting for this entire series, I'm genuinely shocked that I have not seen any sort of mercenary contracts out there. I don't know if that's strictly because we're freebooters and not swords for hire. It certainly would make things less likely to appear, it seems, but given all the conflicts that have happened and are currently happening, I genuinely don't understand why there haven't been more calls for people to hire mercenaries. I don't know if everyone is just a broke bitch, but that certainly seems to be the case. Maybe they don't want to hire us because we're criminal scum, and they don't want to associate themselves with that. I'm not entirely sure. But let's go ahead and get things started here with our travel. I'm not going to adjust this route just because there's not a whole lot we can do to make this better. And so we'll go ahead and get that travel started. Before we unpause, I did want to assign our new heavy infantry captain job here. Now, while Aram would be an excellent choice for this position, he already has a job. He's got our Master of Arms, and so I think let's give Faramez something to do here. Hopefully he survives, because he is currently sick with the measles. So we'll see how it goes, but we'll appoint him as our heavy infantry captain, and that increases our damage and screen by 40% on our armored soldiers here. Alright, there was another thing I wanted to do before we left, and that is to... Well, I guess we can't do that while we're traveling. Alright, should have done that before. Okay, excellent. So Abdullah is healed, but Vahid has passed away. That's a second child lost to a plague. Somehow we ourselves are not sick, but clearly, looking at the bags and the sunken eyes of our leader here, the stress is starting to take its toll. But, oh goodness. Yeah, we've already read this event, but I'm going to read it again because this is our firstborn son. Sickness and pestilence continues its harrowing march through the Orc horde, laying low peasant and noble alike. That brutal, indiscriminate truth rarely lays itself bare until moments like these. My stomach twists and writhes in silent agony as the body of my son Vahid is borne past me. Physicians and healers worked from dawn till dusk to save him, but their grim faces told everyone more than they would say. So young, so full of promise, so many more left to die like him. Allah deliver us. Alright, so our firstborn child and our youngest have both perished as a result of this disease, but our other two children have recovered fully. Abdullah is yet again a pensive child, and I think, well, I think maybe we set him to a martial education, just because I'm not convinced at this point that we will have a another martial character. So I'm going to get Abdullah started here. He is now our current heir, as it is required in Islam that you have a male ruler. It's not something I've really talked about, but we can quickly go over this. What is this? Danger on the mountain trail. 1 foot after another, I slowly move forward on a narrow mountain trail. Suddenly, I hear a rumble and a quickly silenced scream. Shocked by the commotion, I whip around. Instead of Vahab walking behind me, there is only an equally befuddled and tired face of Navaba standing in front of freshly turned rocks. Where is Vahab? I demand to know, my voice barely escaping my dry mouth. So we have to try to rescue him. Yeah, no, under normal circumstances, I would let Vahab die, but given everything that we've been through with him, we gotta try saving him. Alright. And he was not found. Holy crap, we are just losing follower after follower. So we've gained the trait Wounded, apparently we lost it immediately, and we no longer have a caravan master. We've also gone up by a level of stress. Wow. Wow, I am almost speechless here. But hey, that's how the campaign develops. If Vahab was meant to die, that is what Allah dictated. He gives us many, many wonderful followers, but he also takes them away. Alright. Why must I always do everything myself? How can I be expected to manage the affairs of the Orc Horde when one half of my camp is incapable of following my orders, and the other doesn't even understand them? Why must you all be incompetent idiots? And we gain the irritable trait. So what that does for us here is it decreases our diplomacy by 2, decreases our martial by 1, increases our prowess by 2, increases our dread gain, our stress loss, and apparently makes us slightly less attractive. Alright, so this time, wait, why is Jagdeva blind? Is that what he ended up getting as a result of his measles treatment? Did he lose his sight? Because he's no longer sick. Wow, it's just crazy stuff. And apparently, he's not our caravan master. No, he's just picked for this event. Okay, so Jagdeva is blind. That's kind of crazy. Alright, what is this here? Neshmin. Oh, we've seen this event before. You know what? Fuck this kid. Your dog, my dog. I don't care, man. Like, we had this event before. We were faced with a moral dilemma, a moral quandary, but thankfully that only lasted a short amount of time. So now, we have a dog, because the Orc Horde takes what it wants. As I pet the dog on the head, he happily wags his tail. Oh, he's a puppy! What name would suit him? Something historical? Something alluding to his brown fur? It is an important decision, and as the dog rolls over to let me pet his stomach, I find myself distracted for a while. But wait, I know. I will name him, and I'm actually going to name him after one of my real-life dogs, Iggy. So there you go. Welcome to the camp, Iggy. We now have a pet dog. So, as a result of that, where is the modifier here? Pet dog, +1 to diplomacy, so that offsets a little bit from becoming irritable, and further increases our prowess, so just constantly increasing it. We've seen this before. Let's get the comfortable beds, shall we? Alright, and so we have officially made it to our grand tournament. Looks like Vali Muhammad here is disfigured. He's also flagellant, so he, punishes himself and well, maybe gets off on it. He's apparently scarred, although we can't see it because of his mask there. He is, in fact, the Phantom of the Opera. Okay, but let's go back to the tournament here, because this is brand new. We've not seen or done one of these before. I have arrived at the site of the tournament here in Bamiyan. Though not all the revelers have yet arrived, throngs of people wander through the colorful surroundings, all looking forward to the forthcoming displays of skill and prowess. There is no time to lose. I must begin preparing. I must be a victor at absolutely any cost. Alright, and any cost indeed. So currently we do qualify for the tournament here. But what is this? Did I accidentally click on something? I think I accidentally clicked on something. I'd be surprised if Sinan doesn't sweep the floor with the other contestants I hear as I walk around the camp. So yeah, I accidentally clicked on the tent camp here. That's fine. That's where I was going to go anyway. A group of visitors are eating around a pot, and I spot the very Sinan sitting with them. You exaggerate, my friend, he says as he stares intently. I lock eyes with him and give him a subtle nod. If you'll excuse me, he mutters, getting up, is there something the Lord wants to discuss? So I could say winning won't make you any friends. It's a diplomacy challenge with an 81% chance of success, and that would increase our success chance moderately, while his would be decreased. And did that work? Yeah, he listens to us, so we are that much more likely to succeed. All right, so we have 10 days until the event begins. It does not look like we'll have enough time to do anything else, unfortunately, so the tournament already begins. We have a 63% chance of success here right off the bat, so not too bad. We'll look for opportunities to increase that further, whether by honest or nefarious means. Alright, contestants march onto the field, taking their places around the sparring squad. As the herald announces the contest commencement, the squared-off ring is being looked over in the background, rattled and shaken to ensure to ensure no give should a contestant crash into it. Sorry, I'm so used to the paradox typos at this point, I thought that was a typo. No, indeed, it's just me not being able to read. The duel qualifiers have come to an end, and it's clear who will be put forward for the quarterfinals as it stands. The varied pitches and volumes of the crowd's cheers leave no question as to the favorites. The inclusion of Farzad, the Panjdih, a skilled Tajik Aswar of obscure origin, gosh, I lost my place. Of obscure origin has caused quite a stir. For my first bout, I had been paired against my fellow contestant, Boss Rajiv of Lalita Ditya's successors. So he's a fellow criminal like we are, because he's got that boss trait. Look at his mace. That's badass. Why can't we have a mace like that? All right, well, that's fine. We have a sword. Swords are better anyway. All right, so we will face Rajiv here. So this will be a series of duels. It looks like that's the only competition in this tournament. So let's give it a shot. I vowed to myself I would win a contest in this tournament, and I can't help but consider a less fair approach to securing the prize of the duel competition. I'm sure my opponents would do the same if they only had the idea. Who knows? Maybe they already have. So he's a bold antagonist. He's vengeful, diligent, and wrathful. He's an intrigue-focused character, so I absolutely would not be surprised if he went for underhanded methods. So we're going to go for underhanded methods if we can. So I could say Rajiv is the threat. He's worse than us. 45% chance that success or sabotage would be successful. Otherwise, 29% chance that we would be discovered. We become a known saboteur. And we might become disqualified. 24% chance nothing happens. Alright, so this is... We could instead sabotage this guy, al-Orq. And it's a little bit more likely to succeed than here with Rajiv. And then the most likely to succeed is with Farigun here, Vali Farigun. So let's give it a try. 54% chance of success, 29% chance that nothing at all happens, so 83% chance that, you don't get a negative outcome as a result. And did it work? I sought to sabotage Vali Farigun's armor before the duel. It continues, weakening the leather points that secure the components in the hopes they wear through. Alas, between his shrewdness and my bad luck, these attempts have done naught but raise suspicions of foul play amongst the contestants, who are now more watchful than ever. So, it does not look like... Oh, hey. Ha! Okay. Alright, well, it looks like al-Orq was caught tampering with Aram's armor. So, yeah, looks like someone was caught in the act, and we were not. I mean, we were caught, I guess, but... Wait, are we a known saboteur? No, so it looks like nothing happened. So yeah, cool. We got the not the negative result, but the neutral result. Time slows as Rajiv's sword arcs in overhead, blade swinging through the air. It is no insignificant blow. If I stay where I am, it will do me more than enough damage. The matter should be a simple one. As such, a wild attack leaves its instigator open to a counter, but there lies a nagging feeling at the back of my mind. The grimace snarl Rajiv had as he launched the blow was understandable given the effort, but I fancied the tiniest glimmer of satisfaction in it. His eyes, too, almost seemed to dart towards my side as he set up the move. Is this all a feint? The blow nears me. It is time to act. How he managed to perceive all of that with this guy's mask on is, unknown to me. But we've got a combined prowess and intrigue challenge against Rajiv. 92% chance that our success score increases greatly. Or I'd rather block than chance a counter. It's slightly more likely to succeed, and I think we do that. Always go for the best option. And it worked. Cool, so we're up to 69% chance. Splendid. A screeching chorus of metal on metal rings out as two blades scrape down each other's lengths, sparks glittering as they fall to the ground. I look for advantages, thinking back to when I had to choose between a counter and a block against my aggressive opponent. I am winning this fight by some margin. I just need to hold it together for a few moments more. We advance upon each other once more. We are both battered, both tired, and there can only be one winner. So I can say... Looks like I must remember my training, and one final bluff is equally likely to succeed, and they have the same basic chances of stuff. And it looks like... Did we win? Who wins? Who wins? And it's me! Ha ha ha! Excellent. A sonorous blow rings out as my weapon glances off a helmet, my opponent staggering backwards in a daze. I follow up quickly. A swiped feint left, a hammering blow right. I advance as my adversary backpedals desperately, my sword barely being deflected by the barest of margins. I sense a win and rush to claim it before Rajiv recovers. I catch the strong of his blade with the last of a quick string of blows, breaking his grip and sending his weapon spinning into the dirt. The judges call an end. I have won. All right. Now that wasn't the finals. That was only the quarterfinals. So now we have our next opponent, Farzad. He is far worse than us as a fighter. And looks like Rajiv is going to face Hosen. Well, I don't envy his chances there. Hosen is... Oh, actually, I should mention, now that I thought about it, Hosen is meeting his match. Oh, wait, no, sorry, no, never mind. Aurong here also became disfigured as a result of his illness. So, never mind. Forget I said anything. Alright, let's give it a try. It happens in a split second. As our blades clash thunderously, the hilt of Farzad's weapon slips past, smacking off the back of my sword hand. Reeling backwards to gain some space, I clutch at my hand with my free one, sword held limply in front of me. The throbbing pain radiates up my arm as I wriggle my fingers curiously. It appears not to be heavily damaged, if it is at all, but inspection is tricky as I weave backwards to avoid a blow from the advancing Farzad. He grins, clearly seeing an advantage, and sails another blow just past my flank. I can't simply dodge forever. My hand will need to be dealt with one way or another. So, alright, 96% chance that we just go for it. Let's do it. And it succeeds. Our score increases moderately, and we gained ambidextrous for 25 years, further increasing our prowess, and we can also potentially gain more experience if we get the Aspiring Blade Master trait. Alright, a screeching chorus of metal on metal rings out as two blades scrape down each other's lengths, sparks glittering as they fall to the ground. I look... okay, yep, we already read this. Alright, same thing here. One final bluff might decide this. Prowess and intrigue, that seems appropriate for our character here. Do we win? And we do. Fantastic. Now we have the finals. We have a rematch with Rajiv. Apparently he beat Hosen. Wow, surprisingly. After an unsatisfyingly one-sided bout, no one was surprised when Hosen disarmed Rajiv and forced him to concede. Oh, sorry. I read that incorrectly. So, a duel for the ages. Okay, so we have a prowess of 50, whereas Hosen has 28. So we're both very talented fighters, but I think it is more likely for us to win, as is reflected here in the progress bar. All right. We could just cheat. I could just force him to concede defeat. But no, we're gonna do this honestly. Against our own camp follower, absolutely. I swing and swing again, battering away at Hosen's guard. A hefty shoulder push sends him skidding backwards, legs akimbo, and I see a golden opportunity. Acting entirely on instinct, I swing my leg through a long arc, the foot thundering into his groin with a heavy thud. Oh, nutshot, bro? That's not cool, man. That's super not cool for Oz. But hey, you know what? That's just what an orc would do, so I'm proud of him. I'm proud of him nonetheless. Hosen lets out a cry somewhere between a gasp, a cough, and a groan. Trembling fingers barely grasp the weapon as his eyes immediately cross with pain. Within seconds, he is doubled over, barely able to stand. So, we could say, We could gain the low blower modifier for 10 years here. Opinion of male rulers -10. General opinion -5. Spend some prestige. Lose some stress because we're sadistic. Otherwise, we could say, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to. No, we're not going to say that. We're going to own up to that. We're fully going to own up to that. All right. A screeching chorus. Yes, yes, yes. All right. I must remember my training. Yes. All right. Do we win the final bout despite our dirty play? And we do. We have won the contest and our first ever tournament. Trumpets sound, the crowd clamors, competitors begin to assemble. The contest is over, and someone's moment in the sun is being ready. It's my moment! It's mine! Ha ha ha! A herald steps forward, voice booming out across the scene. After many trials, some tribulations, and above all else, some truly spirited competition, Boss Faraz beat Hosen in the final. Faraz is our winner. Truly, there are none in Bamiyan that can match my skill. I have proven my worthiness beyond doubt. So, we have gained 150 prestige, some gold. We are a gifted duelist for 5 years. That's pretty cool. Further boosting our prowess and prowess per level of fame. So, I'm curious to see what that will look like. We're about to receive a prize. And also, Hosen gained a knight here, and he's a landless knight, so I also gained an additional 35 experience or prestige from that. That's pretty cool. All right. I've never seen that before. And for the conclusion, oh, I'm excited about that prize that I just saw as it popped up briefly. The sun comes down on the final day of the tournament, and the massed crowd begins to disperse. I find myself ruminating over the results. My superiority with the blade had me take home the prize in the duel. I fulfilled my goal of winning a contest, and I look forward to the next one. What a great occasion. We have gained 29 experience in foot for the Hasta Looter trait here, and that automatically brought us to level 1, it looks like. Yeah, level 1, so we gain yet another prowess level. That's awesome, and we've also gained some prize armor, so let's take a look at that. I think that's all we need to do here, right? Tournament is over. But let's see what we picked up. Our first bit of armor. Plus 8 to our prowess, 0.09 prestige per month, and 15% retreat losses. Not that we would ever retreat from a battle, but yeah, that's fantastic, actually. I'm really, really happy with that. So, what does that bring our prowess up to? Oh my gosh! 66. I just, to put that number into perspective, guys. The max is 100. Most characters don't even get close to, this level. Like, a prowess of 40 is considered very talented. But just look at all these bonuses that we've stacked up. Oh my gosh. We're a 35-year-old, so we've got a long time still before our age begins to catch up with us. Oh, man. What an incredibly fun time that was. Oh, there's the final event. Okay, yeah. Excellent stuff. Now, obviously, not all of those bonuses are going to last forever, but still, it is insane to me to see a prowess of 66 on the character this early in the game. It's always satisfying. Oh my god, yet again, and this time it makes sense because Jagdeva's blind. Well, we're not at max dread here. Do we have any stress? We do not have any stress. You know what? He was our ward. We picked him up. It's not his fault. It is funny that he just ended up, walking. He took a little tumble off the cliff. And unfortunately, Jagdeva died. Well, it was fun while it lasted, my friend. The son of leopards fell to his doom, fell from a mountain trail at the age of 21. Rest in pieces, my friend. You are now carrion for the birds, for the crows. Alright, what is this? Yep, none of my business. Yekta and Arung. Okay, yeah, that's fine, whatever. Moving on. Only one way to resolve this. It looks like Shahabuddin is going to win, most likely. And he did, naturally. It looks like Shahabuddin also lost some of his hair as an adult. In fact, here we go. He's ill. Binar, you know what to do. You know exactly what to do. God damn it! This keeps happening! Oh, gosh. Alright, well, enough of that, I suppose. Now that we've done all of this, let's go ahead, let's gather some provisions, since we can. And we got 550. Not the best result, but still better than nothing. And let's visit the... Well, actually, we don't really have any money, so we might as well just do some contracts here. We got a couple that we can do. Let's, that's 30 gold. That's 47, up to 57. And, yeah, okay, we'll protect the innocent this time. Not a whole lot of well-paying jobs. Ah, and that's right, we do have to reassign a couple of our roles, do we? Just our caravan master? Well, Kurashe, I think that's you. He's got an excellent aptitude. He'll increase our travel speed and, more importantly, our safety. So get in there, my friend. Yeah, well, I guess he's not my friend. We lost the only friend that we had. It's a shame, but that's how the Persian cookie crumbles. Alright. Well, nothing for us to do then just keep going and doing more jobs and making more money. No reason to compromise, yeah. I hate that they changed the locations of the different things there. Okay, this should be nice and easy. Looks like it is. We'll just speed right through it. And there we go, already done. Wonderful. And let's do this next one here. Just get a few more gold. Well, first, let's take a look at what we've got in the castle. So we've got Goshfarn here. I'm not going to replace him. He is a decent fighter. Nah, not going to train up. Don't need to. So we've got Razam Wanwan. I like your name a lot, actually, and Chakar. Chakar is a much better character for our needs. Whereas, I mean, Razam Wanwan is nice here. He's got that great stewardship trait. But obviously we need more fighters. Always need more fighters. 72 gold, though? Are you worth that? I don't know. Let's try some gambling? Nah, didn't work out. We actually paid the guy that... Well, so we ended up paying the guy anyway. We lost our money. Unfortunate. Alright. Story. We can get some learning experience. We just get the temporary bonus there. What else do we have? Parsak. He's a good fighter. 60 gold. We could afford him. We also have Nanai here, who's... Well, she's an honorable lackey, but that's all she's got going for her. Parsak, nah, we need to probably save our money here. Let's see. We could potentially try convincing this guy to join us. He's loyal, he's a seducer, an elusive shadow. He's a craven, so he's not very likely to do anything against us, and he is terrified. So let's try to convince him. Nah, didn't work. 53% chance, but, you know, it's okay. Let's also... Oops, not there. Let's get some supplies, shall we? Only 20 provisions there? Yeah, no thanks. Oh, that's because we're really close. That would make a lot of sense, actually. So we don't need to. Okay, let's take this job then. Put the speed back up to 5 and do our thing. Side a little, yeah, had enough of hiding. Excellent. Easy enough there. Oh, hey! And we've had another child born. How have I not noticed any of these pregnancies past our first one? Is it just because she ended up, you know, because the game ended up announcing it? I know that the notification appears here in the, on the side, but no, yeah. And apparently she's become a confider. So at some point she gained a critical stress level, likely due to both of our children dying. And so that's what she ended up choosing as her coping mechanism. It's actually one of the better ones. Alright, and looks like... it looks like Noor wants to name our latest son after us. I think that's entirely fitting, considering we named a daughter after her. So we'll wait to assign his education until he's a little bit older. And actually, whoa... it looks like he is going to do really well with the learning. Although 3 of those is because of the holy sites there. Yeah. Depending on how he shakes out, I might change him over to a learning character. Learning characters are really strong in their own way. So, cool. Nothing else for us to do here. It looks like the plague has finally died down. Is anyone in our camp still sick? I doubt it, but let's see. Looks like so far we're good. Yeah, okay. Cool, yep, looks like we're all healthy again. So thankfully that didn't last very long, but it was still tragic all the same. We lost quite a few good people, and also Fahab. So where else where should we go next? I feel like the world's our oyster at this point. Got a couple stewardship locations here, but I think, you know what? I think it's fun. It would be fun if we left our homeland once again, and we went and picked out all 3 of these locations. Every single one of these is martial. So, hey, maybe we kind of circle our way back around the way that we did originally, and then we can stop along the mountains here on our way back. So, to get to that location, was it this one? Oh, it was both of them. Okay, so if we go to the capital, let's have a look. That is most of our supplies, but we can easily get there. However, we're not going to take this route. Can we go somewhere else instead? We're going to go this way. Okay, that's a lot better. We still have this one dangerous province here, but the rest of this is okay. And then we have this desert tile that looks like it could cause us some issues. Costs a little bit more in supplies, but that's okay. I'm willing to pay that, especially if we end up with a lot of work. All right, let's do some traveling then. We are stepping out of Persia, or Central Asia, and moving a little bit Central North Asia, kind of where like Kazakhstan and all the different Stan countries are. All right, moving on. Oh, something just spawned there, hired muscle. That's fine. All right, do we gain our lodging? We do, and that brings us back up to 100 dread. Binar, you know what to do, and there we go. We've made it to the Khanate of Oguz Il, here along this part of the world. Very nice. First thing, as we always do, let's take a look at what we've got. Looks like we're now in a tribal land, so if I take a look at the government map for a second, where is that? Oh, right here. Okay, governments. So yeah, the Muslim countries are all clan-based governments, but now we're facing something that's tribal. We've not seen that. As you can see, we've got governments that are feudal, as well as an administrative government, and then a couple spots here that are republics. Unfortunately, we still can't play republics, nor can we play theocracies. Not without mods, at least. Come on, Paradox. What are you doing? What you waiting for? Give us what we asked for. All right. Sumru here. She is not too bad, although she's 42 years old, and we don't really need her. What do we got here? Oh, we got a chance we could earn a martial skill, or just gain some additional experience. Yeah, let's give it a try. And just the temporary bonus once more. That always seems to be the one that we get. No one particularly great here. Unfortunately, we can't recruit women, at least not into our military. So, just let's move on. Ignore the vixen. Don't need her. Sorry, I had to fight off a cough there. We are absolutely not paying for our supplies. Instead, we're going to steal some. Excellent. Okay. What kinds of contracts do we have around us? Can we go back to our normal view? We have nothing. So, I think we have to do this now. Ah, nope, we can't do it because we are too much of a thief. Excuse me there. There was that cough. Okay. Wow, there is no work for us to do over here. And apparently the people don't want to give us work because we are dishonorable wretches with nothing good or anything of value to offer to the world. That's unfortunate. So let's go fishing. As I am making my way down to the bank of water, the scent of salt and fish fills my nose. A couple people are finishing up, leaving the entire shoreline for me to use. A day like this doesn't come every day, and I should make the most of it. My court physician Binar has decided to join me today. An opportunity to connect presents itself, or I can choose to fish alone. A day of relaxation awaits. I think we just do this by ourselves, because there's been a lot of stressful stuff happening in our lives lately. I think we need a moment to reflect. I inhale deeply and exhale as I cast my line out into the water. The hook lands with a quiet plop, and the world goes silent. My vision wanders along the shoreline, having a moment alone to process my thoughts. Life, as an adventurer, is not all that bad, but no life is without stress. I close my eyes for a moment to rest when I am suddenly jerked awake by something pulling the fishing pole out of my hands. 97% chance we succeed. And, oh no, nothing happens, so we just had a nice, relaxing time. Okay, Quick study. It seems our time in Yangi Kent has proven beneficial for my daughter Noor. Something about the local culture simply fascinates her, so much so that in our brief time she's managed to pick up passable Shah's Turkic, an achievement that the lass is trumpeting to the high heavens by speaking it around camp constantly, even dropping little words and phrases into conversations with her lessers. Smug behavior, to be sure, but perhaps with good cause. So she's learned a language. That's kind of cool. We could try to learn it ourselves as well. It's not super likely to succeed. Yeah, we're going to say smart girl. We gain some prestige, and she gains even more. And what is this? I can tell there's something wrong with my wife Noor as soon as we're in bed together. She is clearly distracted, and I clasp her hand gently as I ask her what the matter is. It's a money matter, she sighs, running her free hand over her head. I have some family who are short on luck, and they're close to losing their home. I used to spend time there as a child. She looks at me pleadingly. Is there anything we can do? I'm sure they could pay it back to us. They just need to get back on their feet. They'll be good for it, I swear it. So, yeah, why not? Leave it to me. We'll help her out. It's only 15 gold, and there's really no reason to take this debuff here. Not for something like this, at least. Yeah, I guess we'll help out her family. Apparently, she's now known as the Stranger, which is kind of interesting. Alright, well, unfortunately, there's just simply nothing for us to do here. So I think we try to just move on, right? We go to the next location if we can. What's up here? That's not where we need to go. Instead, we're going to go this way. This doesn't seem to be anything actually here. Yeah, are we really going to make our camp just in the middle of the freaking desert? Yeah, why not? Why not? Okay. So here's how we're going to do it then. We're going to do that, and then we're just going to adjust the path. There we go. There we are. So lots of chances for danger here in the desert. We can kind of circumvent that, maybe. Maybe? Well, at least removed one of those events. But that would also increase our provision cost by a little bit more than I'd like. So, yeah, that's kind of rough. 1100? It really sucks. I was hoping that we'd have something to do up here, but we might just have to go back. Let me do this. I'll go here first. And while we're in the area, I'll just kind of add a stop. There we go. It's about the same cost provisions-wise, but wait, are we? No, they're not at war. Okay. Yeah, it's about the same cost provisions-wise, but we will still be able to make a pit stop in this one location, so let's quickly do that and just go. Alright, hopefully our luck is a little bit better, but if nothing else, that at least puts us closer to home in case we don't. Alright, trodden path. Yazid here is apparently superstitious now. I have just the cure for such a thing. Shut up. Oh no, no, Iggy! Heal! Oh gosh, I am out riding and my dog Iggy beside me when he suddenly runs off into the desert. My retinue assures me he will come back, but what if he doesn't? Nope, we're gonna catch him. Expulsion invalidates contracts. What? Okay. Alright, I wasn't doing any contracts. And we managed to find him. I find Iggy after a few minutes of searching, happily wagging his tail and pretending like nothing is wrong. He is clutching something in his mouth, and as he gently places it before me, I see it's a couple of golden coins. Hey, that's pretty nice. Alright. Oh, did I? Where are we going? Why am I going this way? Oh, well. Okay, that's fine. Whatever. We got another perk. Let's do that. Dread gain, 20%. Plus 10% of men-at-arms damage. Absolutely. Yes. Okay. Moving on. A Pilgrim's Tale. To Al-Medina. Where is Al-Medina? Oh, it's just Medina. Okay, that's what I thought, but I wasn't entirely sure. Why is it calling it that? As we walk through the mosque of Ortakuyu, I overhear a group of travelers talking quietly to one another. One of them, a man, starts describing and comparing the church with his journey to Al-Medina. I can't help but listen in on the conversation as he continues going into detail about the fantastic things he saw there. Looking around, I can only imagine how much better it must be than the dainty sight I see here. Well, tell me more about it. So I could say here, traveling to the Waliya of Al-Medina in a pilgrimage would give me piety and stress loss. Yeah, sure, why not? We are parched. It's been days since the last time the camp was able to find steady water. We're close to the coast, man. Like, if you look here... We are very... Well, I suppose that'd be seawater, wouldn't it? Food a man can do without for a time. A rumbling stomach can take weeks to kill you. Without water, though, when nowhere in sight to replenish and stores on the way running low, thirst threatens a far more rapid extinction. So, they could say there must be something around here. 81% chance that we find water. And we do. Excellent. People like us a little bit better. Alright, so where are we? We're right here. Oh, no, we're here. This is... Okay, that's where I meant to go. Why was I looking at? I was looking at something else. Oh, I was looking at Medina. That's why. Improvised spycraft. Let's do it. We need as much work as we can get our hands on. Gosh, just tedious events all the time. Alright, put my ear to the ground. Time to work my charms. Yeah, let's just go for the most likely to succeed ones. I know exactly where we are. Oh, here. This is an event we've not seen before. Haven't we seen that massive tree before? I swear, we're going in circles! My caravan master Yazid shouts. Perhaps he is right. We've seen no sign of getting out of this forest in hours. Are we even still in Tamisha? The dense tree cover makes it impossible to tell the time of day or even the direction we are heading. At this rate, we'll never make it. We're gonna try to do it ourselves. Does it work out? It does. We find the correct path. And we gained some experience in Veteran Traveler, since Seasoned. So that probably brought us up to +2 here. So we have an additional bonus to our Stewardship and Prowess, and that's nice. Alright, a Fearsome Beast. Alright, step aside. I'm going to handle this. Right? No, the bear dies at Naveed's hand. Why does it say that? That doesn't make any sense. The beast dies at Naveed's hand. We would gain prestige. The bear would maul him. The bear would kill him, or we would die. Something about that seems bugged. But it doesn't matter because we finished anyway. Danger, life or death, saved. Okay. Traversing the plains on the outskirts of Mazandaran, we are suddenly attacked by a swarm of bandit riders out for blood. Another set of riders rapidly approach from the nearby holding, led by Emir Hassan. I am very pleasantly surprised by the altruistic demeanor of the local Emir, and I praise Allah that they arrived just in time. Hassan circles back around with a victorious grin on his face. You should join us for some Bedouin hospitality at Mazandaran. Why he's inviting me, I really can't say. But, okay. Sure. Ah, what's this? Father, I have a request, stammers my daughter, Noor. Behind her, shyly clinging to my girl's hand, lurks a gangly, Dilamite youth. This is Yekta. I really like her, and I was wondering, could she come with us? Her parents, too. She can't leave them behind. Okay, so our daughter has a crush on Yekta here. Well, isn't that nice? She's had her first, her first bout of attraction towards another person. So she's got a couple parents here, Farzad and Zarindokt. Neither of them are particularly great. And then Yekta here, interestingly, has 4 personality traits at the age of 12. You don't really see that. Also, she's got... So she's got 5 personality traits in addition to her childhood trait. I don't think I've ever seen this before. Decent fighter. Okay, stewardship and whatever for everything else. Huh. Okay. Suppose we could accommodate another family. We don't have the provisions cost for that. I could tell her you'll stop seeing her this instant. Or I could say, surely just a seasonal fling, you'll get over it. 50% chance that the crush burns on, or 50% chance that the crush fades. Be an overreaction, and I agree. We're not even stressed out. It's just a seasonal fling. You'll get over it, and she did not. Well, we'll probably never see her again. It's like when you meet someone at a pool, and you make friends with them, but only for that day. Afterwards, you part ways for the rest of your lives. Proactive reconnaissance? Yes. Put my ear to the ground. That worked. Put my ear to the ground. That worked. And we win. Toll collectors. We've seen this event before. Again, I don't understand why this would cause stress for us. Whatever. Could say here... Yeah. No. Cool, and she gained experience in the physician trait. She's now level 1 in it, so she's a physician. +2 to her learning, and hopefully she keeps going. Becomes a veteran. Alright, we've seen this before, and this time we struggled to find the correct path, unfortunately. Abdullah here. Ah, okay, so he's gained... Whoa, he's gained the Desert Warrior trait already? That's kind of cool. we might actually, yeah, he might be a pretty decent martial character if we keep pushing him like this. So we could say we can increase his martial by 2, which would help him actually. These other traits, yeah, no. Let's increase his martial, bring it up to 5 there. I think that makes a little bit more sense. And we are now the 3rd level of fame. We are illustrious. So that's pretty cool, as that will open up some additional opportunities for jobs and also for warfare. Speaking of which, let's just say we theoretically wanted to declare war. So now, as you can see, we can declare duchy invasions, and that's on any territory. Oh, well, we can't declare on him because we're in his realm. But let's say we declared against the Zaydids here. We could try taking, you know, a good chunk of his territory. But I think we go for the next one, Exalted Among Men, because I believe that should allow me to invade for a kingdom, correct? Adventure Kingdom Invasion, and below Casus Belli's. Yep. And I think if we're going to be taking any sort of territory from anyone, it's going to be a kingdom title. Let's be clear here. So, for instance, let's look at the Abbasids. Oh, I guess there's also the Empire invasion. Would we need? Yeah, we need to be a legendary figure for that. So, could not do that, and apparently that's our only option here. So, because they're an Empire, that doesn't count. What about these guys? Yeah, I think this will show us. Yep, so here, if you take a look. So, interestingly, that'd be only a small chunk of territory in that particular part of the world. But it is a thing we can do. Okay, well, not much more we can do at this point other than go here. That is almost all of our supplies. And there's not a lot we can really do to offset that. Purchase Pathfinder's gear. That would decrease the level of stress, but would not decrease the amount of provisions that we're using. Is there a camp upgrade we could do? Because we haven't upgraded our camp in a little while. Got the level 3 pavilion. Let me see. I think we need to start building a supply tent. I was considering potentially another one, but there's not a lot that really appeals to me here. The camp perimeter, increase our safety or travel speed. Okay. Yeah, no, we don't need the mess tent. Yeah, I think we need a supply tent here. We're like, the fact that we keep running low on supplies here is not a good thing. And this is what happens as time goes on with as an unlanded character. People don't really, or you start using more and more supplies as time goes on. Can we steal some stuff? Yes, let's steal that. We get up to about half. Very nice. Can sell some artifacts here. I would be willing to part with. Yeah, let's go ahead and get rid of this glass shard. I really don't need it, and might as well earn some money on it. Make back what we lost, just a little. Okay, with that, let's go back in the other direction. Sorry guys, I planned on going in one direction, but fate had other ideas for us. What is this? For several days now... Oh, it's a kitty! I've seen a small cat stalking around my pavilion, vanishing whenever anyone takes a step towards it, only to quietly reappear minutes later, watching from a distance. Shy, yet eternally curious. A burdensome a burdensome combination for anything to endure, least of all such a little cat. The beast seems friendly enough to me, happily nuzzling and licking my fingers for minutes at a time, even if it refuses to accept anyone else. We are not going to punt the little creature. That's horrible. We're going to get a kitty, so we have a dog and a cat. Oh, that's so awesome. All right. As the cat rests in my lap, as the cat rests in my lap constantly, oh my gosh, I can't read. Let me try that one more time. As the cat rests in my lap, contently purring, I ponder what I should name her. Something historical, something alluding to her white fur, something to describe the soothing feeling I experience when I scratch behind the ear. Oh, I know, I will name her after one of my own cats, Lily. What a great name. All right. Very excellent. Ooh, what is this? The Bori Magadyas have proclaimed in... Okay, cool. So it looks like a faith was just reformed. Where is this? That's kind of cool. Alright, so over here in Kanem, it looks like a new religion has been spawned. potentially. That's nice. Alright, yeah, let's go ahead and try to gain some money. And we do. Fantastic. Need as much as we can get. Alright, let's get out of that part of the world and back to where we are. Alright, so thankfully... Oh my goodness, we have plenty of options here. Uncover Secret, level 2 and Mug Wealthy Citizenry. I think that's what we're going to do, because look at the amount of gold we've got there. Fantastic. Get on with our task. Ooh, there we go. Do this. Cool. Let's get her done. This should be pretty quick. Knives out. Let's do this. Nice. Keep going. Get as much as we possibly can. Ooh, interesting. Okay. We've seen this event in episode 2, but now we're a little bit more well-traveled and a little bit more experienced with stuff that's unfamiliar to us. So, stewed snake with turnips. Yeah, you know what? We're going to blend it with herbs from Persian cuisine, giving us 400 provisions, expanded culinary horizons for 15 years, giving us those additional bonuses there. The provisions gained in capacity is, I think, the best part out of all of that. And everyone gets an additional prowess and a reduction to their stress gain. Very nice. So we have expanded our palate. We've gone from enjoying only shawarma to enjoying other things like, you know, biryani and whatever else. All right. Cool. Let's go ahead and execute this scheme. We have 15 advantages, and that gives us a 95% chance of success. And sure enough, now we have 540 gold. So what can we do? We've already got the supply tent built up, so I think we do an internal upgrade next. We could make our archers stronger, but I think I'll actually save this for later. Although, wait a second. No, I think we get the lock wagon here. It gives us the Master of Spoils officer position, which would allow us to increase the amount of gold, prestige, and piety that we gain from winning battles in siege. Increases the size of our men-at-arms regiments, and if we entice local mercenaries at a castle holding or just anywhere where we can get random men-at-arms, that makes those a little bit better. So I think that's what we go for. We'll get the lock wagon started, and that will get us a lot of really nice things in our camp. As soon as it's built, we can start upgrading our military even more. Cool. Well, let's go ahead and do this level 2 contract here, unless it is not as good as the others. It looks like protecting the innocent is our best option here, and it's one that we would be a little bit better at. It's also closer, so no time to waste. Let's go ahead and do this. Alright. Cool. Need to get in the habit of hitting the enter button. Just not something I'm used to doing. There we go. Already done. Moving on. And let's try to steal from the dead. We do. Ozerm here is not good. Yep, go away. Alright, next up. Keep going. Just keep the momentum going. Oh boy. That's, maybe not. Let's go in the other direction. Looks like there's a war happening right there. Okay, let's see what's happening here. Alright, so looks like the Safaras are trying to vassalize the very territory that we are standing in right now, and that's their army right there. Okay, cool. So, we'll see what that happens. The map might change here in short order. Okay, I was going to say, like, what's going on here with the contract? Got a martial perk. Very nice. That'll make recruiting those soldiers a little bit cheaper. Zore here. She's a fantastic fighter. Unfortunately, we can't use her, but she can join our camp, and she married Hosen. Very nice. Okay. What's going on here with this contract? To travel to several holdings. Yeah, why are we not traveling? Okay, I guess we're going to abandon that because it was not working out in our favor. Alright, well, let's gather some provisions. Maybe steal some more. Okay, got some there. Visit the holding. Maybe we recruit somebody. Let's have a look. Able body. Arzong is a good fighter. Hoon isn't as good, but he's a better commander, and he's got some pretty decent traits there. Yeah, let's go ahead and get Arzong in. 61 gold is more than, or is far less than than I was expecting. Okay. We're maxed out in wit, correct? Where is that? No, we're not. So I guess we can get the story there. Let's do it. Okay. Nulafar is okay. I could marry her. Yeah. How much is she? 64? Oh, there's another character named Arzon here. Interesting. Okay. Yeah. Maybe Nilufar here. And I think maybe we actually marry her as our second spouse. But first things first, let's get some supplies. 74% chance to get... Oh, wow. Yeah. Let's go ahead and do that. We steal 1,000. Excellent. Okay. Perfect, perfect. That's... Oh, wait. No, actually, can we get... Clicked on the wrong thing there. Can we get an additional contract here? Martial duties. Suppose I could do that. Yeah. Let's spawn a couple of contracts that we can do. Yeah, those are going to be very, very easy for us. Visit the castle holding. I just did that. Okay, moving on. These aren't going to be particularly great, and it's not something I always want to do. But when we don't have jobs like this, and if we can, then we might as well. Poya here is a terrible fighter. He is useless. Alright. Oh, let's not let time pass while we're assigning roles. There we go. Easy stuff. And I think we'll have enough time for a few others. It's a pretty talented character, all things considered. What is this? The Teacher of Knights. Whilst walking through the streets of Kabushan, Abdullah suddenly runs off towards a side street. The whole entourage is taken by surprise, and we all run after him, only to find him waving a misshapen wooden sword at some old man. "Is that the best you can do, little prince?" He turns to us after teasing an angry Abdullah, and remarks with a wry grin, "You want to join as well, my lord? I think you might be a bit older than my usual group." So we have another opportunity here to gain the Aspiring Blade Master trait, and I think we will. And we absolutely do, unlike the last time. Alright, we're going to raid some local caravans because Faramez here apparently messed up. Here we go, excellent. More gold for us. And cool, we got that built, so let's get some additional soldiers. So now they're much cheaper, 33%, or sorry, 33 gold to hire those guys. So nice. And only 100 gold to fully reinforce them? Yeah, I can do that. Alright. But, like I said, Oh! Hello! Hello! That's something we can do. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I think we do that. We can support a faction. So what is the faction here? It looks like they're already fighting a war. It's an internal conflict. But who's this? So he wants to put himself on the throne. He's got 700 soldiers, almost. So we would not have the numbers advantage there, unfortunately. And his military is actually quite powerful. We've got 300, they got 300 IR, 10 knights, and some siege weapons there. And some special soldiers, looks like some stuff that spawned. And he's, of course, got allies of his own. So that wouldn't be the best cost for us to support, unfortunately, but we'll keep looking. We shall keep looking. Alright, moving on then. Let's train some knights. Let me see those men. Oh my gosh. Faramez. Oh, we're now the Insane? Okay, we've gained our first nickname. Let's read this out. "My leader, have you heard what they call you?" my champion Faramez says to me while cracking his knuckles. "They call you Boss Faraz the Insane. Not what you would call flattering, perhaps, but it's unlikely that you can do anything to change it. For what it's worth, I promise not to call you by that name," Faramez says and smiles. "The Insane? What? Preposterous." I actually am kind of fully into it, honestly. Travails of a Cook. Yeah, let's just get the stern on provisions. We definitely saw that we need that. And let's train these knights. I think this will be the last job that we do today. So... This guy sucks a lot, although he's a personal physician, so that makes sense. Let's have him become an unyielding defender. Did not work. Okay, next one. 76% chance he gets the cautious leader trait, and he learns it. Cool. I thought we failed for a second because I didn't click on him. Alright. And Yeah. Cool, so we got 2 successes there. We got the excelled at the contract and an additional 101 gold. Awesome. Alright, let's try to inspire them. We inspired them. We staved off their thirst a little bit longer. Okay, well, I suppose that's going to call it for this episode here. Thank you all so much, guys, for watching this episode. Hopefully in the future we find ourselves able to really start, doing some warfare, because we're building up our army. We've got a fairly strong little retinue of soldiers here that will hopefully only continue to grow as time goes on. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to leave a like and comment and subscribe if you haven't already. Any sort of engagement really helps the channel grow, and who knows, maybe someday I can do this full time. Alright, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye!